both senses of the word ramble, I guess. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. I went for a walk yesterday as I record this with my girlfriend and our two dogs, Beyonce and Martha. Beyonce is the pug, Martha is the French bulldog. And we went for a new route that we hadn't done before, called, it was a different part of something called St Edmunds Way, which is, it's a route across Suffolk using the Stour Valley path. The River Stour runs kind of way from like Dedham Vale all the way up to like Bury St Edmunds, and it has some of the most beautiful countryside alongside it, and I've always enjoyed a kind of river walk. Now the River Stour is actually just to our right as I'm recording this, but this is this kind of beautiful kind of orange yellow wheat field here, which is being shown in the kind of, this was like maybe 7 p.m. in the evening, 8 p.m. in the evening here as I record it. There's still really beautiful sunlight coming down, and I'm actually recording this footage and all my footage from now onwards using my GoPro 7. So last time I was using my Pixel 3a, which is a really good camera, but it doesn't have stabilisation on it, so I felt it was a bit jerky, whereas I think this is a lot smoother. Still getting that kind of first person head ball aesthetic, but generally the movement around the side, when I move it around is a lot smoother, I think, anyway. I love that lens flare just to the left there. Who am I? JJ Abrams. I've been really happy actually with the GoPro Hero 7 since I picked it up. It's on sale. I still think it might be. It's like £100 off. It's like a third of the price it normally is. It's been really good. I'm using it as a webcam as well for when I stream and stuff, and it does a great job. Been using it as a kind of dash cam when I have been driving to work, so I've got some videos on that coming up. I think overall I'll be able to get some really good footage. It's obviously, it's my girlfriend wanting to catch BB there. She's just kind of pouring some water on them because it was actually quite out, a lot warmer than we actually kind of originally anticipated. And we also, not having done this route before, didn't really know where the points would be that would be cool. So you got to be careful with your dogs, like overheating. It's going to be around about in the 30s this weekend in the UK as I record this, and that is not a good idea to take your dog out for a walk unless you're going to be taking it through a forest maybe, or alongside a river or beach or something where it can jump in the water and stuff, because dogs struggle with heat. Unsurprisingly, if you went out in this wearing a fur coat, you would probably get quite dehydrated. But it was a beautiful day. You can kind of see, I love this wheat field kind of going along here. It's gorgeous, as we kind of just walk along this pathway, and I think coming up just on the right there's some beautiful houses. There's like a mill which has been turned into some houses just down there, and it's stunning. We'll see some stunning houses later as well, actually. Where we're walking along here is in between two villages called Wissington and Nayland. It's about 15 minutes away from where we live, and Nayland is really picturesque and lovely. It has a great pub there called the Anchor, if you've ever fancied just a really good pub. It's right by the river as well, which is amazing. It's amazing outside views. We've been there many times, and it's just a really nice, lovely walk on there. I crank it up to the 2K variation. So with the GoPro, you can record up to 4K 60 frames per second, but in that 4K 60, you can only use the fisheye effect camera, which I didn't want to do. This is the more standard linear look, and you can record up to 1440p, but I did this at 1080p to kind of firstly manage the battery a little bit, because I've only got one battery at the minute, and also the file size. I didn't know how much I was going to use. I didn't want to run out when we got to a really cool bit or something. As it was, I still had about 30% of my memory card left. I think I had about 45 minutes of footage, so I've obviously cut it down cut bits out for this, but yeah, it was a lovely walk actually, much needed. We'd had a fairly stressful day. We're still trying to move house, and it's just if anybody's moved house, they know, like, they say moving is the most stressful thing you can ever do, and I think I always used to think that was a bit of a myth. I was like, nah, it's easy, I've done it loads, but I'm actually seeing now that when you are buying a house and selling a house and moving, yes, I totally agree, it's very stressful. So yeah, we needed a bit of a walk. It's actually my girlfriend's birthday today as I record this, so it was a kind of birthday eve as we were walking along here, so that's quite nice. And she's just popped out actually with her mum to go for lunch with her, so I thought I'd jump on and edit and do a nice little whispered voiceover for this as well. But yeah, I was really happy with the quality of the footage that I've been getting from the GoPro, considering it is, for all intents and purposes, an action camera, not DSLR, something like that. It's it's pretty good. I haven't really tested out the photos with it, to be honest, because I've got a Pixel 4 XL, and honestly the photos with that are incredible. So I've kind of been using that for still photos, and then you're obviously using the GoPro to record. But yeah, it's pretty cool to use. I'm still working out a lot of the settings on it, with the colour and the light and all kind of stuff on there. There's loads of options, and I'm still watching videos and learning about how to get the best out of it, but it's really interesting to do it actually. And it was something which I think really frees me up. It's such a versatile kind of camera for me, because as I said, I can use it as a webcam, I can use it as like an indoor recording cam if I've got some plans for some unboxing videos, also just more traditional ASMR videos. I can use it out and about. It's waterproof, so I can use it underwater as long as I have the case on and everything. So I think it's just, and I can use it as a dash cam on my car as well if I want to. So I think overall it's just a really versatile little thing for me, and was well worth kind of picking up. There's an argument to be said that for the money you could probably pick up a half decent DSLR camera, but as I said, the versatility and the size of it's so dinky. It's really, really useful to me, and it's just super easy to transfer the footage over and do all this on there. We actually walked this opposite way originally, and I thought I'd record on the way back as we go through. But the St Edmunds Way, as it's called, is actually a really, really lovely walk. The one I recorded last time was the same walk, but kind of the opposite way, if that makes sense. And we found that secluded little beach, which I call it beach, a little riverbank. There's some sheep in a field. And yeah, it was really stunning actually. My girlfriend pointed out the sheeps. There's a bit coming up actually in about 6 or 7 minutes where I'm going to put on some of the audio that we had. I haven't been able to record much of the audio because I said this I think on the last time, which is when we go for with the dogs. Beyonce, the little pug that you can see wagging her bum, she walks along because pugs have like bad breathing. She's a country, but she loves going for walks, but she does tend to breathe quite heavily, and as a result it kind of ruins the ambience, as it were, of the countryside. So I do usually put in just a little track of just some countryside sounds and stuff as a background on this video, just so you have a little bit something, not just my voice, but I will a little bit of kind of rear audio. I would say the audio on the GoPro is definitely its weakness, but from what I've read, the audio is much better on the current. So there's currently a Hero 8, which is the most up-to-date gen GoPro. I'm for the 7 because the 8 is like £100 more, and I really don't think the features on it were going to be for me. But the sound apparently from the 7 is actually better than it was previously, and it's not great, but you would expect that, to be fair. Like if you record with your mobile phone, the sound is not going to be professional quality. The only annoyance is that I have a wireless mic I could use. Well, not wireless, but like a mic I could use and attach to it and do, but you have to pay £50 for an adapter, and I'm just like, I just don't want to do that. I'd rather not do that right now, but in future it might be an option. It also bulks it up a little bit because it's quite a fat thing, so yeah, I have to there. There's the two dogs, Martha and Beyonce. They're both getting a bit at this point. We're not too far away from home though. At this point we're probably like maybe 20 minutes away. There will be some little cuts here and there as we wander through, just because we stopped every now and then just to take some something like that, take some pictures. This field actually reminded me of the video game I'm playing called Ghost of Tsushima. It's a grass field, so it was corn, but it had some really, really lovely, like the kind of grass was, you can see it kind of swaying in the wind altogether. Very kind of Ghost of Tsushima style, and I'm kind of pointing out there the kind of particles which are just floating around. I don't think I picked it up on camera, but I could see them in reality, and it just looked really stunning. Beautiful, beautiful looking area. I think we're going to be going for this weekend. Just the two of us, myself and my girlfriend. So going to record some footage there and try and maybe get some more sound and stuff. I don't know where we're going yet, but we suggested maybe a more woody kind of area because it would be a lot cooler. It's like nature's air conditioning, you know, they're naturally quite because of the shade and stuff. So that'd be quite nice, and I do love a good wood. There's plenty around me, so. And I mean, this is kind of what I love about being in the countryside. The audio is going to be coming up now, so I'm just going to shut up and let you listen to it as we walk through this little area. I've heard Beyonce a little bit there, panting away. But yeah, I do like the kind of wooded style with the sun just peeking through the leaves, and yeah. Anyway, was noticeably cool. Here than out in the direct sunlight. I mean, that's obvious, but it's one of the reasons why, with it being like close to 30 degrees this weekend, I would be slapping on my factor 50 because I'm very, very pale skin and I do tend to burn very easily. And wearing a hat and everything like that, like you should do. There's just a gate coming up here into this field. I'll actually cut in a sec because the camera goes all over the place, so I'll try and open it. I think I tried to give you a view, but just to the left, there's a load of cows in the same field, which was a little weird. I thought this is a public footpath here, and generally you don't allow cows in fields where people are walking because you can see we got the dog on the lead just in case, because cows can stampede and there are a lot of deaths each year due to that. Now they were a long way from us, and there was no issue there, but it was a little strange. I thought that they let these cows into this field that is got a public footpath, or at least don't have some sort of fence up between us and the cows in any way. But as I said, it was all fine. You can see it's kind of getting a little darker. The sun is going down a little bit as we kind of wander up here. I think I'm going to cut in a second to where we're kind of, there's like a road you have to cross, so obviously I didn't think that would make for very interesting viewing for you guys, so I kind of cut across here, and you can see we're next to the river again, walking down. I love this kind of view right here. I think my girlfriend's going to try and see if Martha wants to maybe have a little dip in the river, but she's not really very interested at all. Nope. This is really stunning right here, where you have a bit more kind of foliage and growth, and we kind of come through to a field, and we're right next to the river as well. And you have these houses you can see in the distance. We'll get closer to them soon. They are like the most beautiful house I've ever seen. They're right next to the river. This is the River Stour, as I kind of mentioned before, and it's really stunning. I would love to have a house where the back garden just backs out onto a river. That would be incredible. This field was kind of empty, although it does look like it is used for grazing of some sort, sheep or cows maybe. And then kind of just up here to the right of the sec, there's this kind of like, I don't know if it's like an overflow, but it was like a kind of pond where the river goes. You can see that. Look at that lens flare there. J.J. Abrams would be proud of me. As the sun, you can see, is kind of setting on there. But yeah, there's a load of ducks in this pond. There's lots of swans as well going down the river, and even people paddleboarding or boats down there as well. As I don't know if you will see, but there were people fairly nearby. I can't remember if I caught them, but yeah, some ducks over there. It's beautiful kind of lavenders as well. You can see the purple flowers around as well. Really, really quite stunning. As we're kind of walking along. Obviously, I tried to try and keep the camera away from the direct sunlight, but you can see there is the occasional kind of lens flare there that you're getting. I think from a low light point of view, it's not bad, the GoPro. I would say that here I don't have the low light option set on. I think I do later, so you might notice a bit of difference. It wasn't as dark as what you're seeing here, obviously. It was still fairly light, but that's cameras for you, isn't it? They never quite pick up light as well as you would want, but I think it's still giving some pretty good footage considering it's not optimum lights. There's a dog just in the house to the left, just kind of sitting out, looking at us, just sitting across the river. You can see these houses they've got back onto this river. They've all got kind of like little jetties or boats or stuff. It must be so cool. It's a lovely village in London. I imagine it's very expensive. I actually didn't look at house prices. But I'm actually going to look now while Zoopla, but yeah, it's just stunning. Kind of way down here. Yeah, so most of the houses are about $500,000 minimum. That I'm gonna see. Once that's for kind of 3 or 4 bedroom. I don't know if there's which kind of back onto the river, but yeah, they are very much kind of 500,000 to £750,000 houses, which probably if they were in a location which wasn't as amazing as this, would be quite cheaper, but maybe not that much cheaper. They are quite stunning. I think I was just waiting here to see what Beyonce would do, whether or not she's coming back. Oh, I'm pointing out to my girlfriend that house back garden had a robot mower, which was just trundling automatically. It was cool. It was the first time I've seen it, essentially, in real life. The water level was actually very close to this pathway. It actually surprised me. I was worried maybe if those houses get flooded, because this is summer, it's hot, and the water level was quite high, as you can just about see to the left. But I imagine it all goes off into the field to the right. Maybe floods that if there is any kind of breaks in the levels. But there's also a weir coming up as well, so that might also help to distribute it. I don't know. I'd imagine that all these houses probably don't flood, or else they wouldn't be worth as much as they are. That makes sense to me. Yeah, it's quite stunning. I love seeing that pug just trot off in the distance. Beyonce is very much likes to be the leader, and she will just trot on herself along a pathway. Every now and then she stops and just looks back, just to check we're there. But Martha, the reason why you don't really see her very much, is she's very much like will stay with my girlfriend, just kind of trot alongside her as well. So they're very different dogs in that kind of respect. But to be fair, like my girlfriend's had Martha for 10 years, she's had Beyonce for 2, so they're both rescues. She rescued Martha as a puppy and Beyonce when she was 8. So yeah. I'm trying not so much to fill the houses, because there were some people sat in the garden, and obviously it's a bit of an invasion of their privacy. Yeah, there was a lady off to the left with a couple of dogs. One of them was a pug and it was barking at us, but I don't think I filmed. But it was quite stunning. Just walking along this little path. We're fairly close to where we parked. I'd say overall we did was about an hour and a half, which is kind of possibly a little bit too long considering how hot it was. There's the weir as well, just here. Again, I would love to have recorded some of the sound, but there was a pug which was making a noise, so I couldn't. But maybe I'll come back here at some point, record some of it with the sound. But yeah, it was really nice, really interesting kind of way they did it as well. But yeah, we're kind of winding up to the end of the walk. There's a guy there. You'll see me run in a second, because Beyonce was I didn't want her to start hassling the angler down there, trying to catch some fish. So she was alright though, actually. She just kind of trotted onwards. I love these weeping willows as well, which kind of drape over the side of rivers. It's a very English tree. Very, very English tree. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll definitely do some more of these at some point in the future. I really enjoy them, and it's really stunning as well. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon.